Welcome to the most horsepowerful podcast on the internet, the Xbox Drive. Before we get this show on the road, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and ring that bell on YouTube, and leave a 5-star rating or review on your podcatcher of choice. If you want to continue the conversation after the show, make sure you join the Carpool Gaming Discord. For exclusive content and all the Carpool shows in one simple feed, head over to patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Finally, head over to carpoolgaming.com for all of your merch needs. Now, with all that out of the way, you better buckle up, Buttercup, because it's time for the Xbox Drive.
Greater than X.
Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. I'm glad you're here because you're listening to the most horsepowerful podcast on the internet. It's the Xbox Drive. I'm on a Skype call with my friends, Fee and Mitch. How you doing there, Mitch? Don't you say a damn thing about what just happened. I just want to know how you're doing.
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I will address it immediately. Good to see you, Mitch. Fee, how you doing there, Fee?
I'm doing great. My question is, how are you doing, Sean?
my voice did something there. I just jumped right on in, and that was weird. We got one. We're doing it live. Episode 423. We do it once. That's it. Sometimes it doesn't go as great as the other times. I'm doing great though. I'm doing fine. Why do you ask?
No, I was just wondering. It's
good.
Friday. I haven't
It's
heard
Friday.
from you in a while. You haven't been streaming, Sean. What's going on?
I know. Look, this is what happens. I don't stream every single. Well, actually, I didn't stream at all this week.
Exactly. That's why we thought we were like, what happened to Sean?
Yeah, something happened. I don't know. I'll tell you my geek outs.
Okay. Is it good at least?
Something happened. Something happened. Well, why don't we just go ahead? Why don't we just go ahead and get things started like we do each and every week with our geek outs and or our shout outs. Mitch, what do you got going on over there, you big dork?
So, I have one geek out that I want to bring up. 9 years ago, on March 12th, 2017, was the anniversary of one guy who asked me to be on a podcast who started all of this. Sean asked me to be on We the Gamer Cast. That episode aired 9 years ago, March 12th, so it was yesterday. And since then, I did like 120 episodes of my own podcast, which led to streaming, which led me here. So,
That's neat. Look at
just want to say,
that's a
9
good
years
one.
ago, this guy right here took a chance on this schlub right here. Now, all of you know me because of him, and I'm so very sorry.
When is our anniversary?
Guess what, Sean? Ours is in June, and it's our 10th year anniversary. I just want to say.
that is true because it's E3 time. That's a good one. That's pretty.
Yeah, and
that was
I
a quick
also-
answer though. That was still pretty. I would have been stumped.
Oh, I know exactly. And what makes me feel even better about this situation is I was on the podcast, like I was on your podcast, not I think only once, but twice before Mitch was.
Damn.
So now I can sleep easy.
Yeah, you guys are both fine.
That's cool.
Although you
I've
may
been on
fight
more
for my
episodes of
love.
the
Yes,
Xbox
yes,
Drive
battle
since
it
we
out.
become a thing,
Yes.
so it's fine. Don't worry about it. We're not
Yes,
counting.
this
It's
is
fine.
what I need. Oh, that's sweet, man. That's nice.
Yeah.
9 years ago. Look at
9
that.
years ago, yeah. It was the good old Facebook memories. I was scrolling through and I was like, oh, hey, check that out.
Son of a gun. Yeah, we used to post on Facebook all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember that, like a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely not anymore. No.
No.
No way. No.
No. But yeah, that happened 9 years ago. And because of that, all of you guys know me. And again, I'm
That's
so very
cool.
sorry.
Yeah, it's a long time. Look at that. There's been a bunch of kids since then for me anyways. I think that was before before any of them. Look at that. Son of a
Yeah.
gun. Neat.
Kind of crazy, right?
Anything else? Is that where you're geeking out
Call
about?
of Duty's Blackout is awesome. And I'm really excited to play that
What?
this weekend. Yes. We're going to talk about that later. Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dude, I was not expecting you to utter the words Call
Yeah,
of Duty.
no, me neither. And you know what? I might regret that next weekend, but we'll talk about it later. But yeah.
Wow.
Here's the
Okay.
thing. It's doing that Call of Duty effect where it's like, hey, looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? I'm like, it sure does.
Okay.
Can't wait to get my hands on it. And then I'll get my hands on it and then I'll see how I like
It'll
it.
be
But
like
I will tell you
stinky.
right now, I'm watching it. Ooh, it looks fun.
Maybe that good stinky.
That good. Yeah. Yeah. That good type. Exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. I am titillated, Mitch.
Yes, that actually will be more than likely. That's the choice of words. That will more than likely what I play all weekend on stream. But
Fantastic.
yeah, very looks forward to that.
wow.
So that's my geek out.
Good geek out. Damn, follow that up, Fee. What do you got
Yeah,
there,
top that.
Fee? Yeah, top that.
Sean.
Top that.
Top that. You know what, Sean? I've come to the conclusion, not even just the conclusion. I know you and I both like a good spreadsheet. You know what I mean?
Oh, love it.
But do you know
Love
what I
spreading the sheets.
also enjoy? I was going through my stuff this week and I found my entire container of sticky notes.
Oh,
so I
hell
have
yeah.
a ton of them. Yes. Yeah, we got color-coded sticky notes. We got small sticky notes.
Yeah. Oh, that's too small. What are you doing with that? That's too small.
This goes in books.
I guess.
And then also just like making pin notes on like my work journal and stuff like that.
What's a pin note?
Well, I essentially put like this particular meeting date and stuff like that. So I have like a book for work and then I make like notes for a meeting and then I put that so then I can just like spin to that page and then be like, okay, on March the 15th, I had this meeting.
You're not writing on that thing. That's too small. What could you possibly? You just put it in there. It's just a sticky tabby thing.
Exactly, it's a tab.
Okay, I just want to say.
You go to it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's understandable. I just want to, because I think that every time I see those things, like, who is writing on these things? Who's writing small enough? You got Mitch and me and Mitch over here grabbing a pen by our whole hand like a bunch of cavemen out here.
But no, we have like all sorts of colored ones, Sean. All sorts of small ones.
Those are pretty colors. I'll give
and
you
then
that.
we have
Those
other
are pretty
colors and smaller ones as well.
I'm sorry.
You know
Hang
what?
on, show me the different sizes. What else?
I didn't
you
say
just show me the
that.
small
Somebody
ones.
outside
Look,
said that. They
we're
watch
diving in.
the show.
This is why we
Okay.
do the geek outs.
We got all these colors. This
okay,
is like
yeah, those
a
are kind of the
size.
regular standard square.
Standard
okay.
size. And then I have a bunch of like medium sized sticky notes. I will compare.
Yep.
This is a regular size. This is a medium size.
That's too small. Nah, I don't like medium size.
Okay, I put medium sized ones on my like screen. So on like
on
the
your
bottom,
screen.
not on the screen itself, but like at the bottom of my like monitor,
Okay.
I have like notes.
Yeah, it sounds
as a
like
reminder.
anxiety for me. All the things I haven't done yet.
Yeah, well, I need a visual, or sometimes it just goes.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's as small as I will allow. That's those.
This
those
is
ones
the
are,
smallest.
Because even
Okay.
when you write on it, you're like, "Where's my wrist go? Like, do I
Yeah.
just kind of hover?" Mitch, I've thought about this kind of stuff. I'm just like, who's using this? So I'm very particular with my post-its, as you
Yeah.
might be learning in this moment.
Yes. Yeah. So I was like I said, I was organizing some stuff, and then I was just like, you know what? I haven't used my sticky notes in a while, and so I just have a bunch.
I love
Mostly, I got a Costco size amount, Sean, and I just now have sticky notes all over the place. What?
nice.
What are you laughing at, Mitch? What?
I'm a size queen. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm pretty picky about this kind of stuff. Another important question about these post-it notes. Most
Yes.
of them, I imagine most of them just come out normally. Do you have the accordion style post-it notes?
So, fun fact, I did have an accordion one because a
Burn
friend
it.
of mine
Burn
actually
'em.
got me this. So, like,
that's
you would pull,
cute.
like, a sticky note out, and then it would just, like, you'd be able to pull... I don't have any accordion ones, though, because the
Yeah, I don't like
accordion,
the
ones
accordion ones.
do make me really angry, and I don't know
Same.
how to reinstall this. So, it came with a, like, accordion sticky notes, and then the moment it finished, this has been empty for 2 years. But
Good.
it just stays
it's
here.
cute, though. Wait,
It's
what is-
cute.
hang on. Is it?
It's a little cat. It's a
Oh,
little kitty cat.
Oh, it's cute. It's a little kitty cat. I'm like,
It's a
that
little
is
kitty
cute. I just
cat.
don't know what it is.
Yeah, but the accordion ones make me angry because then
Same.
they fall, and then you're like, what the bleep? Because then you're
Yep.
holding half of it while it's
What the
falling,
bleep?
and so then it's like snaps in half, and then you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? And you try to stick it back together, but it's never the same, Sean.
Never the same.
And so then, like, whenever you pull one sticky note out, it then pulls half of this. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I did that to you. That's my fault.
It's okay. Not a problem. Not a problem
Well,
at
I'm
all.
just glad we align. I'm glad. I was really worried that we were going to argue over whether or not those are acceptable forms of post-it notes.
No. This
You
is
can
how this
keep
goes.
those. Yeah, exactly. All the same. All at
Yes.
the top. That's it. Yes.
You know what?
Oh, that's
I will
nice.
use both of
Oh,
them.
hang on.
Yeah.
Give me another one of those. Give it to the microphone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, right. Absolutely. Is this close enough?
That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay.
You like that one, Mitch?
Sure.
Mitch, you know what? I'll make you happy. I will grab a green one that I drew something on like forever ago and I forgot about it. And here you go, Mitch. Just for you.
Do you instantly know how to make me happy
didn't
by
need
just
to
put something
smack-
green on the screen? That's fine.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You kind of smacked the microphone. On that.
She
You got a little
smacked the
aggressive.
shit out of her mic at the same time. She's
Okay,
like,
just a big
"Here."
backhand.
Okay.
You're kidding.
ASMR moment.
She again.
Oh, that's good stuff.
What am I supposed to do, Mitch? I can't control this. They have a mind of their own. I am
don't hit your
wasting some of the
mic.
sticky notes.
All right, you two. Are you ready
I
for my
can't-
geek outs? I got a couple geek
Yes,
outs
please.
for you.
Please.
Okay, I've got a couple. Number one, everybody should listen to the Lex Friedman podcast, the latest one. I believe this is the latest one, featuring none other than Jeff Kaplan, the man who used to work at Blizzard and used to do World of Warcraft and used to do, this is Jeff from the Overwatch team crew people. It's an amazing podcast. I've been spending a good portion of today listening to it because it's I think it's 5.5 hours long, Mitch. This thing is deep. It's great. I have a particular fondness for Lex Friedman for whatever reason. He's awkward like me, I think, and I like his guests oftentimes and the music that starts it. Little known fact about me, about to be more known fact about me, Fee. Sometimes when I go flying and travel for work, etc., I will listen to the Lex Friedman podcast, and he'll do his like sponsors, and it takes a little while, and then eventually he'll say, "This is a conversation with so and so," blah blah blah, and the nice music that plays right after that, it puts me to sleep instantly. It is like a baby's lullaby. It works most of the time, every time. And so I still use it as a bit of a go to sleep kind of tool for me. So shout out for that. Very good podcast. I really enjoyed listening to Jeff's story. I'm at the part he's talking about what he's doing next. But if you want to hear about like World of Warcraft, if you geek out about World of Warcraft and Overwatch and all that kind of stuff, totally worth your time. Geek out number 2, Mitch, the things that happened to me. I alluded to this earlier. I think it's pretty neat that you can go to the doctor and they print out a sheet of paper and check off a couple boxes for you and say, off you go. And then you go to another place, you hand them the sheet of paper and they're like, okay, we'll check for those things. And then they stab you in the arm and have you bleed out into these little vials. And they're like, oh, we'll catch all that blood for you. Well, no problem. Well, you got 5 vials. I had 5 vials come out of my arm. Trigger warning. Okay. And they're going to go put it under, they're going to look under a microscope. And I think that's pretty neat. Pretty neat, Mitch and Fee.
Sean?
Yes, Fee.
I also had this happen this week. However, I only had 4 vials.
Blood work week.
Blood work week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Gizmodo in the chat. I got my blood work done yesterday.
Whoa!
Yes. Let's check those proteins and amino acids. And I have no idea. White bloods. I don't know what they're checking. Mitch, what?
Iron.
Iron. Yeah.
Did that take up every day of the week? Is that why you were gone?
Iron helps us play. I was running this week. I ran at least 30 kilometers this week. I was very happy with that. Got a massage. I would just kind of take care of some other stuff. I got to say, I think I might be better off streaming in the morning, you know?
Damn. All right.
But we'll see. We'll see. I was wondering if anybody would notice. That's all. Nobody messaged me. Yeah. I was wondering if anybody knows. But for real, getting your getting blood work done is kind of neat. And I really threw the lady off because she was asking first. She's like, "Do you have a problem with needles or anything?" I'm like, "Not yet, but like, are you ready to catch me?" And I got her. I got her laughing. I got her giggling a little bit. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep. I'm like,
Nice.
Today could be the first time.
So
and then she wrapped up. I'm like, "Look, we made it. We made it. Maybe next time. I'll pass out."
Yeah.
I usually have to get my blood work done for a while there. It was every 3 months because my thyroid hates me and all that stuff.
We're checking I remember the thyroid.
Every 3 months I had to. And basically my favorite thing was where I live, there's a lot of old people around me. So every time I go and I'm there, usually I'm the youngest person at the doctor's office because I'm surrounded by old people.
Not for long.
Yeah, I mean,
soon it'll be you.
Because it'll be you.
Yeah, soon it'll be me. Yeah, I might already be there. But no, like every time I go in there, like they're just like so many old people, and they're just like having to ask these questions, like which vein is good. I'm like, lady, I don't know. Just look.
Oh, I had a great vein. Great. She's like, oh, well, you're set. No problem.
Yeah.
When I was at blood collection, in a span of, I'm not joking, 60 seconds, they you get the number and then they have to get your information. I stood up, almost fell, I tripped on the chair that was at the reception desk. Then the girls was like, please be careful. I then almost tripped an older woman who was right in front of me. Accidentally, I had my foot out, and then she just almost tripped, essentially fell forward, and I'm like, I am so sorry. She's like, no, it's not your fault. And I'm like, how in a span of 60 seconds did not only I almost fall, but then I almost tripped someone else? Yes.
I wish I could have seen it.
Is it because you're 2 feet taller than everybody else in the building?
I was probably 3 feet taller than that
That's
woman.
What I'm curious about. You being so tall, you tripping somebody else is very.
She can't see
about this. Oh, that's fair.
No, I was already sitting down because I had
heads.
to get up, sit down again because they're like, we'll call your number when we're ready for you. And then I'm like, okay. So I sat down with my headphones, and then this woman just wasn't paying attention, and then she almost died. So they're like,
that's such a stretch. You're like, oh, she tripped. She's definitely dead. God forbid.
no,
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Falls are pretty deadly, man. It's not no
can
joke.
be.
true.
Yeah.
The amount of times that I've heard an old person say yeah, I tripped and then I broke my hip, and I'm like, how?
Not good.
That's
Not
terrifying. Bone density,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, bone density.
Drink some milk.
Good geek outs, guys. Look at this. Yeah. So
Great
shout out
geek
to
outs.
isn't it just kind of neat? They're like, well, what's your last name and what's your birthday? I'm sure everything else will work out. We'll check. We'll count all these cells. I don't know. I think it's neat. I took my blood and I just walk away.
Goes, 1, 2. That's exactly how they count your cells. Yeah.
And it was free.
Yeah.
How about
Canada.
that? Yeah,
Yeah.
my visit with my doctor and the whole nothing. They're just like, this, you are who you say you are? Mm-hmm. Sounds good. We'll take care of the rest, I guess. Would you have to pay for, or like you need insurance for like blood work? Is that like, what do you, oh my God.
Yeah, I pay a copay when I go see my doctor, and then I get a bill in the mail for the blood work I gotta get done.
Oh
so,
my God.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good
Well,
old America.
Yeah, good for you guys, I guess. Enjoy all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing great up here, hey, Fee?
Yeah.
Yeah. The away from Mike always gets me, man. All right, that's pretty good for the Geek Outs. What's next? Is there something? Do we play? Are we playing games? Are we doing the housekeeping? Let us keep this house. Get in here, lady. We got stuff to talk about. Hurry up.
Did Fee trip you? I'm so sorry.
Get out of here.
Oh, Fee,
tripped
not
our
the
housekeeping lady. She was just trying to tidy up after you got up.
I know. You got to watch out for them.
Watch out for those poor old ladies. They're short. They clean things.
Oh, she's old now? Her
Yeah,
housekeeping
she
lady?
is.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
She's on a fixed income.
And you yell at her every week?
Oh, no.
Even if I'm on a fixed income, you know it's worth it? Patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Make sure you guys go there and get that for an unlimited amount of content. I'm just saying, you can't even get it. It's such a good value for how much you pay monthly and how much content you won't get through. It's crazy. While you're there, check out Amanda's Pants episode, which is there live. Of course, Fulia is up next, so you can go ahead and check that out. Her episode will be live. And then I think it's like Ryan, and then I think it's me. I don't know. I think that's what I got a Discord message about that I didn't confirm.
You're doing great, man.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
I tried that.
Yeah, look at this.
Also, speaking of me and Ryan did an episode of the Gooey's podcast where we talked about Resident Evil 9, which is live on Patreon and on all your public feeds. So make sure you guys go there. By the way, Resident Evil 9 is awesome. You know what else is awesome? The YouTube short that Sean made of the Xbox Drive where I was talking about Resident Evil 9. I'm not saying it's doing well because it's me or the Xbox Drive or both. I'm just saying it's one of the better shorts we have going on recently. Just saying.
Doing good.
Of course, there's a new Detour episode of the Mini Indie Van as well, which is out in early access on Patreon, hitting the public feeds and YouTube channel on Sunday. So if you want to get some of that, go there, do that, enjoy that. Foya is joined by Seth to share their top 5 favorite demos of the recent Steam Next Fest, which, by the way, shout out to $2 Hero himself for doing stellar YouTube content where my carpool little thing that I have on my Discord was just popping felt like damn hour with a video from Seth, and I ain't complaining. Good job, dude. Get that content out. Good for you, bro. Of course, you can also support the show entirely for free by leaving a quick 5-star review wherever you listen. It helps the show climb the search and gets in front of new people. You know what else helps? Just yell at your neighbor right now.
Yeah.
Leave your home, knock on their door and say, hey, listen to Carpool Gaming, whatever you want to listen to. It's fun. Do that. Of course, the current Backtrackers game is going to be Mini Shoot Adventures, which is happening on Saturday, April 4th at 11 a.m. Eastern. No one cares about Pacific Standard Time except for me, because I'm happy this show is earlier for me now. Let's go. And of course, the Book Crafters theme is Book Adaptations, Which Did It Better, which is happening on Saturday, March 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern. Fee, what's a better book than movie adaptation? Go.
Literally everyone.
Got it. When it comes. All right. And that is happening in the Discord. So if you guys want to join, the March 21st, that's next Saturday. So make sure you guys are there for that. So, and I want to say that's everything.
Housekeeping.
We have a
You
review
don't have
to read.
Don't leave. It's okay. I know you're.
Should I read the
limping 'cause Fee tripped you.
1-star
I'm sorry.
review?
No shit. Yes, please.
1 star, titled Political Now. Was good now political rubbish. They think they cannot listen to Joe Rogan because of their crazy, illogical, radical ideology. Thank you for the review. That is not what literally anybody said. Let me just be clear, okay? I don't know if this person is still reading or still listening. You're a stupid idiot moron. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What a review. That's not what anybody said. You stupid idiot. Be gone.
You doorknob. Go
You
figure
doorknob.
something out. Fucking doorknob.
You're an idiot sandwich.
We said the word Joe
What
Rogan
are
and
you
they thought
talking?
political. I don't know, bro. My dogs are pissed off at you too.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah,
anyway.
the
So I
dogs.
read that because, please, if you've left a 5-star review before, just update it. Just get this nonsense out of here. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
But we'll
Sean,
take
you
the
shouldn't go
engagement.
so radical on the post show. You know what I mean? The post show we don't have, that's non-existent.
It is
you know what I mean?
crazy, man. That
You
is a
shouldn't go so
crazy
radical
take.
with it.
That is absolutely crazy. I literally said I listen to Joe Rogan sometimes. Like
You're
that's
so political.
What an idiot. What an
Get
idiot.
bent, dude. Go somewhere.
Anyway.
Anyways, what are we playing?
Sometimes the guests are cool, man. Anyway, I don't need to explain it again. I already.
You don't need to explain anything. That guy's a doorknob.
That's unbelievable. That is crazy.
If you're listening to this, good. Glad.
I know. I wonder who it was. I don't know. So they didn't leave their name.
Oh, wait. Same doorknob that left a random comment on
it says
Twitch.
full tilted, whatever that means.
Oh.
Username full tilted.
First, I was going to laugh so hard.
That'd be hilarious.
It's fee.
No, this is from the U.S. This is from the U.S. ratings.
Of course it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
We're all
so-
stupid here.
Friggin' idiot. That
Oh,
is
Christ.
crazy.
All right. Well,
Anyway, you guys playing video games?
Yeah.
who wants to go first?
I'll go first, I guess.
You go first.
Yeah. Okay. So I played pretty much 2 games this week. Fun fact, Kay and I sat down and played an entire game from start to finish on
Whoa.
Saturday. From start to finish.
Surely one of your wheel games.
Surely a wheel game, totally called TR49. Sean, this game is like the root trees are dead, but more sad and more confusing.
Oh, sign me up. More sad? Hell yeah.
As you may or may not know, one of the games that I played in December was the Root Trees Are Dead, and now this game has recently come out, which is TR49. You start the game in a very dark room, almost looks like a basement, and there's just this computer with a bunch of wires, a rounded screen, and you go up to it and it lights up. And you start interacting with it. And so this is a librarian's dream game where you have to use codes, which you see on the screen currently with the round monitor on the left-hand side and the 4 codes. And you have to connect these codes with the specific documentation and passages that are in the actual computer. And the more you investigate, the more you find out about these people that were associated with this computer at some point. I am not going to spoil absolutely anything of this game because by the end I was completely flabbergasted. And goodness gracious, oh yeah, there was an owl in my room. My goodness, the birds. No, that's Kay on my screen, by the way. On my stream, Kay is an owl. On her stream, I am a otter. And yeah, it was a really fun time. We played it. I think we finished it at 8 hours. And we had only planned on just playing a few hours, but then it's one of those situations, Sean, where you want to know more. And then the moment that you think that you're about to finish, no, absolutely not. Or you're like, oh, this is a good place to stop. But then you find 5 different articles that lead you down this weird path. And then you're like, oh, wait a second. Now I know about this person. And now I've learned about this other incident. And the more you play the game, the more you get to interact with Liam, who is a character. You play as a character named Alice. No, you don't play Alice. You play as Abby. And it's Abby and Liam. So Abby's interacting with Liam, and Liam's just we need to hurry up. We need to hurry up. And there might be a reason why we need to be really fast through this. So we need to keep an eye on the time and be mindful of what we're doing. Because it might be life or death, which is absolutely insane. So yeah. Really interesting. I know I'm not explaining this very well. The only reason why is because this game is an experience in itself. There's just so much that happens. I will say there were some times that Kay and I figured out clues because we mistyped things. So the code might be FH42, and then I put instead, let's say DH42 because I mistyped, and now I'm on a whole other page. And I'm like, wait, why is this happening? I did find out some of the reasons why this happened is because there are filler articles, Sean, and some of them were from backers. So this game was, I guess, a crowdfunded. Exactly. And so they had actual references and quotes from their favorite books, which I thought was really cool. So it is an interesting time. And you may notice, everyone, if you're over here on youtube.com or on Twitch, the background is spinning.
Yeah, I'm hypnotized by this, by the way. I
Sean?
feel lost in this.
Guess who got the worst vertigo of her life?
Oh, Fee.
In the middle
Was
of
it
the
you?
night. It was
Oh, it was
me.
you. It was
Boy,
you. That was a
howdy,
good
was it
guess.
me. And
Nailed it.
I thought I was dying. I was just like, why do I feel like the room is spinning, but the room isn't spinning? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And then all of a sudden it clicked. And I'm like, it's that freaking game. And so I text Kay and I'm like, Kay, yeah, I'm so
Take
sorry.
it down, Mitch. Take it down.
Take it down, Mitch.
I did.
Hello. So yes, it was a time and a half. I would highly recommend it if you do like puzzle games. You just need to be kind to yourself,
Yeah,
because
I'm
there are points where I could not have played that game without Kay, because Kay and I bounced ideas back and forth with each other. We were thinking like, how is everyone connected? And it definitely kept us motivated. So apparently we got the good ending. Quote unquote, because that's what the achievement said. So thumbs up to that. So I'm really excited to get back into it. My plan was to just play a little bit of that, and then I was going to go into Tiny Bookshop, but then we didn't. So
we just didn't.
We didn't. So the dream team indeed, Kay. The dream team indeed. So that is TR49, and honestly, if I had to give it like a rating, I'd probably give it like maybe a 4 out of 5. And the reason why is because of those like kind of like, I guess, brick walls that we hit, but then also the typo situation, because there was one point where I was getting really mad because there was a article that I found by accident, and then Kay was able to find something in the game, but then I wasn't able to because it was randomly generated. And then I was like, why can't I get this? So at one point she was like at 50, 50, 50, and I was like at 49, 50, 50. And I'm like, this is so dumb. So I had to like start typing in everything and hope for the best. Yep. So here we are. Here we are. Yes. So, Mitch, guess what I didn't play this week?
What?
I didn't play Tiny Bookshop. Thank you so much for answering. I did not play any Tiny Bookshop. However, I started playing a game with Lucas because we'd been trying to find a game to play, and we started playing Slay the Spire 2 because there is multiplayer, and it is addicting. Guys, I'm not even gonna dignify asking Mitch this question. Sean, have you ever played Slay the Spire before?
No, I'm way too dumb for this. No way.
Okay. Well, fun fact, guys, it is a deck builder game. I played Slay the Spire 1, so I wanted to play Slay the Spire 2, and especially since it is multiplayer, you can have up to 4 people. And so we get all the fun characters that we had in previous games. We got to see some improvements, but this time we also get to unlock a story, more of a story than the actual previous game, and we get to experience a whole new list of characters. Right now it is currently in early access, but yeah, it's been really fun to be able to go through. It is kind of like it's a roguelike. You actually get more and more cards each time you play and go through the different dungeons or areas depending on which selection. And yeah, it's been really fun. I can definitely lose a lot of hours in it, which is a problem. And it's a really good game to like just decompress, which is what I really needed this week. Yes, Mitch.
A couple things. One, that game sold 3 million copies in 1 week, so a lot of people really like it. Mm-hmm. 2, it nearly hit 575,000 concurrent players, almost beating Silksong's record. And 3, Buzz and Steven have been playing the hell out of this game, and they are quite happy with it.
Yeah, it's so good. It's a freaking awesome game. What I do like about this game is even if you are not experienced with deck builders, it is a good kind of introduction because you can play not only by yourself, but you can play with friends who might be more advanced or more accustomed to playing deck builders. And it's a co-op. So you get to work as a team to be able to fight these creatures and bosses and elite like monsters as well, and be able to, there's also these kind of like mystery rooms that you can go into, and oh man, it's so good. It's something that I've like enjoyed playing previously, but I don't know if I've ever experienced something where it's been a multiplayer card, like other than board games, which is what we kind of been replacing board games with this game, because it does feel like a board game. You get to choose your own path, you get to figure out and kind of make the best choices for not only you, but your team. Because yesterday, the synergy that Lucas and I had between two characters was insane. What happened was he was playing the necromancer type character, and I was playing almost like the sword person, like the kind of fighter. And so we had this thing where we had this vulnerability that you can stack on a specific monster. And so he was able to make vulnerability kind of do way more damage. And then my entire build was about vulnerability and stacking vulnerability. And by the end, we were like one-shotting things for like 150. So it was really cool. So it's a lot of fun being able to like try to figure out what works best with each other. And you're not kind of like locked in quite like even though you might choose the same character, you might have like a different path. You might do more of like a physical build or a poison build depending on who you're playing. And yeah, one of my favorite card games or like types of like board games is deck builders. So being able to play it in a video game format is a lot more entertaining and manageable for me, because the idea of having like hundreds of cards is just annoying, because then you have to pack it up at the end. But this is like, oh, you get to play this and then you finish it and then you get to play it again. So yeah, it's a popular game.
As it turns out.
Apparently also, it's in early access right now. I don't know. It's because Seth was saying in the chat here that he loved the first one, but waiting for 1.0 on this. Is there any official release date or estimated release date of like full game at all?
As far as I know, there's not. I will say it does play pretty much the same way as like almost like in the same way like early access Slay the Spire 1. I personally, in these types of games, I do like to get into them semi-early, because then you don't have to worry about having copious amounts of characters at once. You can kind of ease yourself into it a little bit better. And I will admit, one of my favorite things right now is not all the artwork's finished. And so they have these specific cards that you get at the end that are story cards that might unlock different items. But it's very much like MS Paint drawings, and it is chef's kiss. It's just like apocalypse, and it's just like red squiggly lines on a black background with some purple, and like a person going like, "Whoa!" But it's like a stick person. And I'm like, chef's kiss. And it's balanced between like incredibly detailed illustrations to MS Paint. It is just so good. I understand not wanting to be like getting into it early access, especially since I don't even remember how long it took to the original game to go from early access to full release, because I know it was early access for I'm going to guess at least a year, but don't quote me on that one. But yeah,
they seem to do it right for that early access. Like I feel like it's not a guarantee to do early access and then launch 1.0 and it's great. Like there's a couple examples where, because like people can kind of make up their minds based on an incomplete build of the game, and it can create a narrative. And so, but I feel like obviously this seems to be good enough as is right now. Like, you know, like you're playing, the way you're describing it sounds fine. Like this sounds like they could just go, like just launch it. What are you guys so afraid of?
It might Oh, sorry, Mitch, go.
Oh, I'm sorry. There was a review on, or somebody on Reddit said, Slay the Spire 2 is already a full game. Early access is just, quote, we want to add so much more to the game. We just need time to do it, end quote.
Right. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Because right now you can unlock 6 characters, and I've only unlocked 5, and one of them is new. The rest of them are returning characters from the original game. So I already have experience with some of the mechanics. Obviously, there's new cards, there's new relics you can get. Obviously, the change of having, like, I'm only playing it multiplayer, and quite honestly, I don't think I'm planning on ever playing it solo, even after I finished my wheel games. I enjoy, like, having someone to play with, because it's fun to see like what combinations you can get. And I would love to play with other people. But right now, definitely just currently playing with Lucas, and it's been a time and a half. Yesterday, I was only going to play for like an hour, and then it was like 2.5 hours later, and I'm like, good God. And so I had to try to figure out what was going on. Because I was just like, oh, we'll just play for an hour and then I'll make dinner. And then it was like 2.5 hours. And I'm like, I'm so tired. I don't want to do anything after now. But
Did you? Were you done? Was that the end of the night?
No, I went and like picked up like essentially something I could just throw in the air fryer, and that was it. I was not making a full dinner. Yeah.
As we speak
choose
right now,
games over nutrition and nourishment. Absolutely.
Yes,
of course,
all the time.
Yeah.
As we speak right now, it's the third most played game on Steam right now. It's 225,000 players playing it as we speak. So they're doing something right.
You guys should get on it. It's really
Those indie
good.
games, son of a gun.
Yeah, I mean, some of the largest streamers are currently also playing it. I know I've been watching Northern Line play it. He is a YouTuber from and Twitch streamer from BC. He's from
nice.
Vancouver. Yeah, really big streamer. So it's been really cool. And being able to see what other people do. Mind you, I haven't watched too many other people play it because then I get a little bit frustrated because I'm like, that's not what I would have done. And it's just kind of goes from there. But being able to see what everyone else's reactions are and kind of see what their builds are is fantastic. So yeah. And also really feel good about the fact that we blocked it. For Fantasy Critic in our game. Kay was the one who recommended it, and we blocked Rizzle. I'm sorry.
What do you mean you blocked it? What do you mean you blocked it?
We counterpicked it. We counterpicked Slay the Spire.
That's bad. That's a bad thing. What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening, Sean.
I don't think that's don't brag about counterpicking. It is not. It'll get right. Hang on. I'm gonna check on this. Wait a second here. What did you guys do?
Yeah, because yesterday Rizzle messaged me and he's like, "How dare you counterpick me in Fantasy Critic?"
Yeah, where the heck is this? My goodness gracious, what the heck did you guys get?
Where's Jan 32 when you need him?
Yeah.
Okay,
Early
it will
access
not
games
release
don't
this
counterpick
year,
for scoring.
but it could get scores.
Oh, that's why, because it's early access, so it's currently locked in on him. So if it doesn't full release, it's just an early access game because it doesn't count.
I think our rules are different. It's different for.
Oh, is it?
I think
Okay.
so. Hang on. Where can I see these rules real quick? I know this.
If he
is
doesn't
amazing.
know how Fantasy Critic works, it's okay.
It is. It's
Just forgive
confusing.
him.
This can get confusing because it is
Yeah.
different. Yes. Is it options? I need to see rules. Okay, here we go. Any unreleased droppable games, unlimited, will release. Blah blah blah. Automatic super bidding system. Game release rule only needs a score. I think if this gets a score. Yeah, early access reviews are allowed. So it depends. It depends.
Then I did not do well.
Well, who knows? It's to be TBD. If there are review scores for early access, in which case some games do get reviewed in early access, then indeed I think you're going to be hooped. But
Well,
yeah,
please don't review it.
there you go. That's, now you're into it. Now this is Fantasy Critic because you're just kind of like. You're left to the gods. Like, whatever's going to happen, it's up to fate now.
Yeah, I will. Okay, for context, for people who don't understand, I joined Fantasy Critic 10
That day.
seconds
Yeah.
that day. It was hey, is there a spot available? Sean said, sure. I said, sick. I'm going to join you guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I've only
Yep.
done Fantasy Critic once before, and I didn't really understand it then. Don't really understand it now, but I'm here for the fun.
Well, I don't know if this will make you feel better. I'm on a team with Amanda, Miles _of Amanda. Our team name is Miles _ kilometers _ Shamanda. And our counter pick is Grand Theft Auto 6. So if Grand Theft Auto 6 releases this year, we are hooped. We collectively.
It will.
It
will.
I'm starting to think that it might.
It will. It will.
I think this thing is landing this year. So
I think
who
they
knows?
are too.
Yeah.
But our first pick of Mio : Memories in Orbit scored a nice 83. So our first pick was all right. But a counterpicking Grand Theft Auto, I mean, that could be a choice.
I'm doing well so far, apparently, because Jan messaged, pinged me and said Lost and Found Co. sitting at a 90. And that was last week.
Pretty good. Yeah, Rybo, shout out to Rybo. We love Rybo very much. And
Yes.
it's only because I just had to scroll up from our team. Rybo counterpicked Pokemon Pokepia, which is sitting at an 89. That is devastating. Oh my gosh. Absolutely terrible.
Damn.
Good luck for the rest of the year there to you, Rybo. Also, good luck to Nasty Boots, who counterpicked Fable. I think that's going to do... there's a lot of, there was not really any good games to counterpick, honestly. Anyway, half the people listening don't know what Fantasy Critic is, so thank you all for sticking through all that nonsense.
One of the people on the show included. Cool.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Like, what are you talking about? All right.
All I know
there
is
you
if
go.
counterpicking is bad and someone shows Fable,
bad.
yeah, they done goofed.
That's
And
all you need to know.
Yeah.
Counterpicking is...
counterpicking's bad. Yeah, you done goofed on Fable. and
Counterpicking
GTA
good
and
games is
Pokemon.
bad.
Yeah.
Counterpicking games that review well is bad. That's how you...
Yeah, that's somebody counterpicking Fable and GTA 6.
So the end of the day is I do not need Slay the Spire 2 to get reviews and
right.
not fully release until 2027.
That's right. Yeah.
Please.
So we'll
and
keep an
thank
eye
you.
on that one.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated, everybody.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, you playing anything else, Fee? 40
Nope.
minutes into the show. What is happening?
I'm sorry.
No, it's not you. It's not you. It's whatever else we've been doing on here.
It's
anyway,
that damn
Mitch.
1-star review we had to talk about, that clown.
I know.
Anyways,
I don't
what am I playing? Yeah, so
Yeah.
I started playing. So I kind of felt bad because I first started playing Ghost of Yotei when it first came out. I was very into it, and then I had my whole break after Extra Life where I was burned out and like all that stuff. So now I'm picking up Ghost of Yotei again. After I went through the first, Resident Evil nonstop for the weekend where I didn't play anything else, I was like, let me get back in some single player stuff. So picked up Ghost of Yotei again. A reminder, that game is beautiful. The combat's awesome. Like there's nothing I can say negative about the game so far, other than the story is kind of a so far generic revenge story.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I've heard
it.
that.
So far, the first one had a little bit nicer of a story. Characters, though, are great. And like I said, the game is literally one of the prettiest games I think I've ever seen. So yes, shout out to Ghost of Yotei. Really fun game. Finally, I played the game, though, in a way where it's like, I want to beat everything in one area first before I move on to the next area. Like, I don't want to like have to backtrack to try to 100% the game. I want to get in this area, do everything. And then I'm like, okay, there's no side missions. There's no main story missions. There's no upgrades. There's nothing left. Cool. Then I move to the next one. So that's how I'm treating it now. But that game is great. Kind of want to commit for the rest of the year, every like first hour or 2 hours of my streams on the weekends to play something single player. I want to get Ghost of Yotei done. Because I mean, like, there's just a lot of games that I'm not playing because Ark or Warzone or Apex or whatever, right? And I'm not saying those aren't fun games. And again, I still want to have time for those games. Those will still be the majority of my streams because I play with my friends, which I love playing with friends. But like Elden Ring, I really would like to beat Elden Ring this year. That'd be pretty cool,
Later this year. Wait, when it comes to Switch, we're all jumping in. Mitch, do it. Do it with us.
I mean, like I said, I have. So I started on Xbox, and then I got the PC version, which is infinitely better. So I restarted because thanks From Software for no cross save. I restarted it on PC, but I would really love to beat it on this year sometime. And also, I will tell you right now, when certain games come out, GTA 6 being included, Mitch is not playing anything else. GTA 6 is being played for every stream, start to finish, until that thing's done, which will be probably a very long time. But also, there's games like Red Dead 2. Ooh. I haven't played I mean, there's a lot of good single player stuff that I'm just not playing. And it's like, hey, Apex will always be there and be awesome. Ark is awesome. And now Warzone is awesome again. Like, I got some stuff to play there. So, yeah. But I played Ghost of Yotei. Super fun. Played a little bit of Apex. They added this new Gundam. Crazy thing. There's a Gundam collab with Apex.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I don't necessarily care about Gundam at all, if I have to keep it a stack. But for anybody who does like Gundam, you should go check out what Apex is doing because they're doing a lot of crazy cool things there.
I want to see it.
They have, I'm pulled up now. They have basically a whole like event where they have like heirlooms, which are like the unique weapons that they have, the unique melee weapons that they have for the game. They have those as heirlooms. There you go. But they have a certain level of skin called iconic skins. The only thing that's weird to me is they're essentially taking Gundam skins and putting them on certain characters, but it's like you can't tell who that character is. Like, you just see a Gundam. You don't see Valk or Mirage or Alter or Rev. You just see a Gundam. There's nothing to me that, like, characteristically you look at them and go, oh, I can tell that's Rev. No, it just looks like a Gundam. But again, not saying that's bad. Like, Valk is essentially a Gundam character. She flies. So, I mean, for this is like the perfect skin for her. But they actually have a wildcard mode in the game now where they have these, like, little things that follow you around that can help either attack for you. They have this Buster rifle where you literally fly in the air and shoot this giant beam of energy that goes through walls and all that stuff to kill people. There's 2 heirlooms that they have. One is a beam sword and the other one's this like whip that they have. Again, if you like Gundam, awesome. I'm very happy for you. I don't necessarily dislike Gundam. I just don't know about it. So I'm not as stoked as some other people may be. They have Gundam literally around the map that you fight around. It's cool. Like I said, it's a cool collab. I will tell you right now, though, there is a huge surge of Apex players that are happening in Japan. Not because of this, but because of, like, there's a pro that's over there who's like a really big streamer in Japan who is playing Apex, who's actually causing a surge in that like area of the world to play this game more often. And I can't think of a better collab that's like, hey, Gundam, Apex just happens to come out around this time. So yeah, like that gun, you literally fly in the air and you shoot this giant beam through walls and stuff. So yeah, it's cool. I'm like, all right. It's going to happen for the next 2 weeks or so. The only thing I don't like what they do with this, though, is they make you, if like Wildcard is the game mode that me and Bowser usually play because it's just a fun, like, spawn over and over type of game. This is the only version of Wildcard they have is with all this Gundam stuff, which is something I personally don't like because it forces you to get into a game mode where they have all this other weird stuff that's normally not part of the game. I wish this was like, here, if you want to do all the Gundam stuff, cool. If you want to do the normal wildcard stuff, here's this mode. But it's the only thing I don't like when they do these events, but it's still fun. We're having fun playing the game. What else? Played a little bit of Arc Raiders. I restarted my character. I did the expedition, trying to level up all my stuff again. So that's fun and not fun at the same time because you're used to having all these things. You can just, because you start over. So you have no blueprints. You have none of your benches upgraded. You have none of your guns that you had. So all these like upgraded guns, you just basically waved goodbye to, and now you're starting over. However, I also can't imagine after you get to everything, what else is there to do? You know what I mean? That's the whole point of prestiging in Call of Duty is like, you get to that point where you're like, cool, I have everything. What do I do now?
Did you get to the end?
I mean, I did prestige in the game. Yeah. Like I did the expedition. I now started over. I'm now getting my stuff back up, but that's kind of just like like Fee said the other day, it's kind of a game just to be like, it's a chill game now. Like it's not now. Some people play it and it's very much not chill, and it's very much everybody's killing each other and all that stuff. But I mean, for the most part, it's just like, hey, we'll just hang out and have fun. But the one thing I did not expect to play, and Buzz was talking about it, they were playing Warzone, and I was like, Warzone, like Call of Duty Warzone? Are you sure you guys are playing that? And they were basically like, because what's funny is like when Buzz and them did the expedition, they kind of got bummed about the same thing, like, oh man, I don't have all my stuff. It kind of sucks grinding to get all my stuff again. So they wanted to change a pace, so they started playing Warzone again, and I played some Warzone, and it was fun, but it still has that Call of Duty nonsense that happens sometimes where you're like, I'm playing this and I'm having fun, but there's still those moments where I'm like, God damn, this is still Call of Duty, this sucks. However, Blackout, so Blackout was what Black Ops 4 was. There was no single player. It was only that BR and the multiplayer that they had. So essentially, they're bringing back Blackout, and now that just came out today. It launched today, and it is what I think Call of Duty really needs right now because it is basically an entirely new mode. There are no loadouts, which is the best thing I think I've heard. That's what I love about like Battlefield is that the guns on the ground are good. You can upgrade the guns that are on the ground. But everybody's got a fair advantage because you're just finding whatever loot's on the ground, which is the same thing with like Apex, right? There's no loadouts. Everybody's got a grapple, so you can fly around the map. You got wingsuits. You do all this stuff. So it's that super fast pace Call of Duty
No more
action.
boots on the ground. We're done with boots on the ground.
No more boots on the ground.
Boots in the air.
Yeah, people are flying all over the place.
We're back. We're back, baby.
But the shooting looks good, and everything that I saw in the game looks fun. Now, it definitely is not catering to the casual Call of Duty fan because it is insanity. It's fast paced. It is, when I was watching Nick Merckx play it earlier, they basically were talking about, like he said, it reminds them of like the pacing of like Unreal or Quake with how fast everything is going on and like how fast the gun firing is and the movement and all that stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But from what I was watching all day, I was like, dude, this looks great. I messaged Buzz and I was like, is it good? And he's like, yes, it is super fun. Yeah, and so far everybody's having a blast, and they haven't ran into any nonsense that Call of Duty's done yet. But like all these blueprints that people bought for like an advantage in the game, this mode doesn't have them. It's like, no, everybody has an equal playing field with the guns that are here. So in a way, that's a little bit better because that was the problem with Warzone is like you got into Warzone and then somebody got their loadout where they spent hours getting all the attachments for this gun, and they had initially right off the rip a better gun than you will find on the ground. And that was always something that sucked about Warzone is like if you played a couple hours a week, you were always going to be at a disadvantage to somebody who had the unlimited time to play the game. And now it's like, no, like I can get into the game, I can find a gun here, it's the same gun you're going to find, and based off gun skill and movement, we're going to see who's better. And based off what I saw today, watching a bunch of streamers play it, and based off what Buzz was saying, I'm like, I'm ready to play it all weekend. Let's go. And yeah, so I'm going to play Call of Duty Warzone. I did not think I would say that in 2026.
Have a comeback. You know, they've been hard done by that Call of Duty franchise.
Yeah, exactly. And the worst part is like I feel like I in my title I literally put Warzone in 2026. Like I was shocked I was playing it myself. I literally was like, are we really playing this right now? And they're like, yeah, it's something different. We haven't played it in a minute. I'm like, all right, and we were having fun. And again, it's just like it's kind of nostalgia because I really do miss that Warzone from like it sounds weird, but Warzone like COVID pandemic times, like 2020, 2021, that Warzone is something special. Like it is literally one of the more fun times I've had playing games ever. And yeah, I'm actually excited to play this mode. The one thing some people are complaining about, it's only quads. There's no solos, trios, nothing like that. So similar to Marathon where it's like, unless you don't want to fill with randoms, you're going to be at disadvantage because everybody there is a quad. You know, everybody there is 4-stack. That's like the only thing I've heard. People are like, this game's really fun. You guys are proving this is fun. Can you give us back solos, duos, trios so we can at least like pair up with just these people instead of having to pair with randoms to not be at a disadvantage? Like if you don't have 4 people, but knowing my friends, I will have a 4-stack the whole weekend and we're going to have some fun. So, yep. That's what I'm playing, and that's what I will be playing.
You mentioned something, not to jump too far. Well, if you're done, then you're done. But Marathon does have a solo mode, by the way.
Did they add it like after?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't know when it was, but there is a solo mode. You can just queue it by yourself. Yeah.
Good. Because, I mean, again, like that, I think solo is definitely something that, like, especially an extraction shooter like that, should have a solo mode. Because, like,
yes,
I played Arc Raider solo yesterday. I was just trying to find upgrades for my bench, and I didn't want to deal with all these other people trying to kill me or all these other people trying to take loot. I just want to go out and do my own thing. So I'm glad that Marathon did that. That was the thing that everybody who was playing Marathon was mentioning, how quickly they were hearing feedback and like trying to get things added, like, oh, let's adjust this, let's make this, and kind of do things more on the fly, which is great because the quickest way to lose an audience is to not fix those things quick enough, because then people will just find something else to play. Obviously, I think Call of Duty's new, they're calling it Black Ops Royale is what they're calling it.
I love it.
This new mode. Easily could just turn on solo, duo, quad. It's not like it's hard. You know, they already have modes that do it, but I think initially just to get people like interested in the game, I think they're just like, hey, we're gonna launch quads. I wouldn't be surprised if like within a week or two they're just like, here's solos, here's duos, here's trios, just like give everybody else. But very much looking forward to playing that.
Nice, man. Look at you. I like that you guys are still like open to that, like, because these players of these games very particular, you know what you like, you know what you don't like, but it's not like you close the door once you've kind of like walked away from a Call of Duty Warzone kind of deal. It's like, oh, you can still go back to it. I kind of enjoy hearing that, because sometimes in the conversation it doesn't sound like that's an opportunity. It's like, oh, they wronged me, they changed it, I'm gone away from it forever. But yeah, you can still make your way back.
If I have to be honest, that's how I initially felt about Call of Duty with Black Ops 7.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Real bad. Like you guys are like, it's getting to that point. But like I said, it was just that change of pace that we wanted back, right? It was like, hey man, let's just go back and just have some fun with Warzone again.
Still there for you.
It was still there. We had a fun weekend, but now I am so ready to try this new mode and just see how much fun we have there.
Very nice. Very cool.
Yep. Yeah. What about you, Sean?
As for me, I have not been streaming this week. I played a little bit of Fallout New Vegas and got my butt kicked by a bunch of radioactive, like the scorpions and everything. Like so. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do over there. Maybe we get back onto the stream in. I played a little bit of Scott Pilgrim EX with Seth and Ryan. That was pretty dang fun. Seth talked a lot about it on the Nintendo Drive, so I might just leave it at that. But the game that I haven't really been playing a whole lot, to be honest with you. When I stream, that's when I play, and when I'm not streaming, I'm not really playing a whole lot. But I have been playing a little bit of Marathon, thanks to PlayStation for the code that I will now talk about on the Xbox Drive. I'm in learning mode, Mitch. I'm just got my training wheels are on, and I will say this: the best tip that I've gotten so far is don't go in with anything. Just take a free loadout and just go play. And just like complete some contracts and do some quests and whatever, and just do that. So I'm just learning. I'm like, what is this map all about? What are the different locations? We're just playing perimeter is where we're at right now. And that has been once I can kind of like wrap my mind around that, then I can focus on the little things. You know what I mean, Mitch?
That's exactly how I felt with Arc Raiders. Because with Arc
Yeah.
Raiders, it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know
Right.
what's good. I don't know what sucks. I don't know what I should bring. I don't know anything.
Right.
So it's like, and when you go in with a free loadout, who cares if you die? You lose whatever. You were going to just, you lost nothing important, right? So get in there. Those missions, I mean, I got made fun of by buzzing them because they were like, well, we were shooting people right away. I was like, I don't know. I'm getting into the pool where like people have already had experience in the game and I don't know what I'm doing. Now, Marathon's a little bit better for you because kind of everybody's on the same page, right? Like, you didn't jump in a month after the game came out. You jumped in pretty much the same time as everybody else. So, like,
I guess.
you all are kind of learning at the same time. But yeah, I mean, if you load in with a free loadout and you die, who cares?
Isn't it the same with Arc Raiders? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm super new to this, so I'm just I just want to let people know, like, I'm not talking authoritatively about anything.
Sure.
But as far as I'm aware, like the map that we're going to, Perimeter, is for new people. Like, I just don't think that even after 10, 15, 20 hours, I'm not sure I'm going to like meet the sweatiest of players over here, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm just checking off boxes right now. And I started to, you guys mentioned it before. I had this, I was playing with Jace the other night over on his Twitch channel and kind of had like one of those, oh, it's been like 2 hours. Oh, that's kind of like, it just kind of time just floated away. And that's always my telltale sign anyways of something that I'm having a good time with. So still really just learning about this thing. And I'm trying to figure out like, this is the part that feels good. Like I'm just having fun playing the game. This is where I'm really outside of what everybody else is concerned with when it comes to like games as a service. I'm like, am I just having fun playing the game?
Sure.
And in this case, I am. So I'm not sure I'm getting like the most articulate and best breakdown of this game. So I'm just learning right now, man.
But that also takes time though, too, right? Like, I mean, when I played Ark, I mean, I didn't know what was good. I didn't, the only thing that tells me it's good is like, is it purple? Does it make a different noise when I loot it? Is it shinier?
Yeah,
and
like I'm just like the
cool.
dopamine is not the like what's supposed to be like flooding me with dopamine. It's not really doing it, but I don't know if it's because I just don't know what I'm looking for. I just had a great time playing with friends, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably the best thing is I just enjoyed playing these very doable missions. You kind of just lock in right away that you're not going to be in there for hours on end. You got to get out of there after whatever it is, a half an hour. And of course it's Bungie, so shooting feels great and it's a beautiful game and all that kind of stuff. I'm starting to understand all the different characters that you can choose and their different abilities, so that's kind of nice. They've got some skill trees I'm starting to understand. So I'm dipping my toes in, man. I have to admit though, and I hate to say this, but like I kind of just want to play The Division. It just reminds me of like The Division. And on my mind, I'm kind of simple like this, you guys. For whatever reason, there are certain genres of games where I'm like, I already have one of those. And obviously The Division, like there's a slice of it that's extraction. But like for whatever reason, this game kind of occupies that similar kind of space. Just like I only need a Mario Kart. I have a Mario Kart. I don't need another kart racer. I already have a StarCraft. I don't need any other RTS. There's certain genres that are kind of like that. So I just want to play this while other people are playing it, but I don't know if it's like this is not necessarily the type of game, as you guys know, that I typically jump into. So I'm already at a bit of a disadvantage, to be honest.
The one thing I'll say you're at an advantage with, though, is playing with friends, because this is the type of game that playing with friends is definitely way more enjoyable. I will tell you, if I had to play Ark solo, it wouldn't be as fun. Like, it's just the funny moments that are going to happen in the game with a buddy playing with you are where that game shines, right? Ark is funny because something happens to your friend in the middle of all this, or you're just in a situation that's insane. Like, how am I going to get out of this situation? Like, and that's why I love multiplayer games so much, is because like playing with your friends makes the games better. And like, if with Jace, or were you playing with Badbit earlier too? Like,
I was playing with Badbit. Yeah. And this is the nice thing about these games. You have some of these people who don't mind being like shepherds. You know, we were playing with Jonah and Jace the other night, and Jonah's played for like 60 hours or something crazy like that, and had no problem just with our very, very entry level contracts. And it's like, that is very sweet for people to do that, like kind of rewind time 50, 60 hours to the beginning of the game, basically, and doing these very, very basic quests. Just go to this part and scan this thing, and maybe you'll fight off a robot or two. And like, that's pretty basic compared to, I'm sure, what they're up to. I was watching Shroud play earlier today on Twitch, and it's like, dude, that is intense. Like this game
Yeah.
scales like crazy. I'm sure most of games of this type do.
I think the good thing about that, though, and I'll say the same thing, Buzz and Steven did the same thing for me when, like, me and Bowser were doing, like, missions. I was like, hey, Buzz, you just want to tag along? And he's like, sure. And, I mean, he was there to help us out. He was there to give us pointers. And I think the thing is, too, though, is the cool thing is, there's still a benefit for them because even if they're just hanging out with you doing some basic stuff, they can still go do some loot run and come back with some crazy cool stuff if they choose to, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I was playing with Buzz, and Buzz was just like, hey, I'll be there in 1 second. He'd run off and grab a gun case I didn't know existed in Dam, like the map, Dam Battlegrounds. I didn't know a gun case was over there, but he's like, I'll go over here and see. Oh, I got a cool loot. Awesome. And he's over here helping us fight these things, right? So, I mean, that's the good thing too, is like, it's not just, and again, just hanging out with buddies and just playing together and it's fun, but they can still get some enjoyment out of it. Even if it is something like that. And that's the cool thing about these extraction shooters is that even if it is just like, and like you said, you're playing in a map that's probably for newbies, which is kind of how Dam is for Ark, right? Some of the more advanced enemies are not in this in this map specifically. And I'm sure there are maps that you can go to where it does get crazy as hell and like way more aggro enemies or way more aggro people.
Well,
like,
and even just stakes. Like I think for me, it's a lot of it is just like, what are the stakes? And I'm admittedly, I just said, I'm learning, I'm trying to figure this kind of thing out. So like immediately I remove all stakes. We die, who cares? We don't like, I'm not losing anything. So there's not any like white knuckling just yet. And I imagine if I just maybe stretch myself a little bit, maybe that's where the fun is.
You just got to do little, like, do the next map, next harder map, right? And that's how like Ark is, right? It's like Buried City, we're going to introduce some more harder enemies. Stella, we're going to just put you in hell. Like Stella on Ark is straight up everyone is like, we're killing each other. Like this is the map you go to practice fighting other other people, not like Ark. But I mean like Shredders, for example, they'll kill you real fast and Shredders are only on Stella. Certain enemies, like I said, like that's what you're saying though. You want to basically get better, like cool, get used to the function of the game, get used to the mechanics, get used to what guns you like. And then it's like,
that's what I was just gonna say.
Why don't we try to go to this map now? Oh, I'm on this map. I like this gun. Okay, let me take that gun that I found that I brought with me and maybe put an attachment on it and let me get better with this. And like that's where you start getting like that. Like you want to kind of slowly build up to those harder levels.
Are there skill trees in Ark Raiders? Are you upgrading certain things? Okay, so you have that in Marathon as well, and that's the other thing. And you have like different like companies or organizations that you're kind of doing contracts for. Like that's what I'm starting to understand a little bit, and different skill trees as you start to level up and do different things. So there's I still have to discover so much, and for me, I guess like understanding it is a rewarding experience. Like that might sound weird, but I do enjoy like I get
the menu
this.
system and the UI and like the skill tree and stuff in Marathon definitely looks like, in my opinion, hard mode. But that's probably just because I'm not used to it, right?
That's what I think.
It definitely felt way more advanced, way more options in Marathon than in Ark. Ark definitely simplifies it more, which that was one of the reasons I didn't like Tarkov, because when I was watching like Tarkov, it's so detailed, like so insane on all the things you can do with the guns, and like you can get injured on your arm and your arm is injured and you can't, like it's a lot of like super fine detailed stuff that actually turned me off to the game. So I'm like, I don't need to be that crazy.
Whereas
I heard
Ark
you have
to repair your weapons
down.
in Ark. I heard you're repairing your weapons. Yeah, there's none of that in Marathon. So there's that.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think when I was playing Marathon, I was just like like the menus. I was just like the looting stuff, like the like the looting screen and like your backpack and your stash. I was just like, what the hell is going on here? Again, I'm sure if I just put more time into it, I would understand it quicker. But right off the rip, when I was just playing the Server Slam, I was just like, this looks complicated. And I think that unfortunately did turn some people off to playing the game to begin with. But if they just put a little bit more time into it, I think they would probably enjoy it as much or more. Just depends. The shooting I never complained about though. Marathon shooting is fantastic.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm a beginner. I'm just learning. I'm just figuring it out. So we'll see. But Fallout New Vegas is on the ropes, man. We're gonna it might need some help here. We'll see what next week brings. I have no idea. But I got some good runs in this week.
We should see if there's any mods for you.
I might need it just to smooth out the performance.
Let's get you a visual mod. Let's get you an HD texture mod. Let's get you something.
You know what? This might be the perfect time for it. It just needs a little kick in the butt.
Yeah, there you go.
Fallout.
Why not?
we'll look some stuff.
Address the fact that Bowser is not here this evening and is peacefully resting, of course. We wish Bowser the best. We're thinking about you, and we miss you. We miss having Bowser on the show. And so I'm sorry for not addressing Bowser not being here.
She's just been super quiet the whole show, everybody.
I know, wouldn't that be just rude? We're just kind of not letting Bowser speak. That's just
all of a sudden we just go, what about you, Bowser? Like, wait, it's an hour in the show.
That'd be crazy.
Why didn't you let her talk?
Sorry, Bowser, we miss you. All right.
There you go.
Do you guys want to jump into questions? They kind of bleed into our thumbnail, our topic, our title of the show. There was lots of news in Xbox land this week, but maybe we want to jump into, let's do the questions. They bleed us into there anyways.
Sure. We can go ahead and we'll go with some of the side questions before we jump into the main topic one. We'll leave that one for last.
Sure.
Fully asked, hello team, writing in from Sydney today. With the end of the quote, this is an Xbox quote campaign, what do you think will be the new focus, what do you think will be the new focus that will be marketed to consumers?
That is an Xbox.
Why is it an Xbox? No.
Why is Gamora?
Why is Gamora? Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, if you go look up the website for This is an Xbox, you'll get an error page because they quickly got rid of that.
Fantastic. Yeah, not quick enough if you ask me. Not quick enough. Yeah.
Supposedly that was a Sarah Bond initiative of the whole This is an Xbox campaign, marketing, all that jazz. And quickly they were like, nah, we don't want to talk about this anymore.
It's funny because I kept seeing headlines being like, Xbox quietly takes it down. It's like, well, no kidding. If they do it loudly, that's a marketing campaign, you dummies. Like, what do you mean? What are they going to do? How else are they supposed to end it? Just end it. Just take it down.
We are sorry we failed. This is a bad idea. What do you want them to say, right?
Oh, man, no kidding. Just take it down and move on. Unfortunately, this is just one of those too many blemishes in the storybook of Xbox, I would say. I don't know if there's anybody who thinks, they nailed it. That's really cool.
I mean, the problem is like we already talked about Xbox marketing being less than stellar and less than awesome for many, many years. I really think them getting rid of that as quickly as they did really showed like, hey guys, we're really going to start doing some different things here. Like they didn't ride that out.
Agree.
They literally were like, get rid of it. Like, I don't know if that was from CEO herself. She was just like, get this off now. Like, we need to start fresh and we want to have all this GDC news and all this new stuff be what people are talking about. We don't want to even like look at this old stuff anymore, which is kind of crazy. I mean, I'm sure if Sarah was in charge of that campaign and that thing got gone in 2 weeks of you going away, that was a sign that they were just like, yeah, we actually don't want this at all. Yeah, I mean, I'm not upset by it, like, because obviously it wasn't like working.
It didn't work. No kidding. Work.
I also think though, it also didn't work with the pairing of also making Ultimate more expensive and cloud streaming still not being like on. I'm not saying cloud streaming is bad, but for that to be like the marketing, cloud streaming needs to be on par with an actual console. And at this point, it's not yet. And that's not Xbox's fault. That's technology in general. Right now, technology has not gotten to the point where you playing a cloud game will be as equal as a physical box under your TV. Not yet.
The idea that like we don't have enough devices that have games on it, like what were they exactly trying to achieve? They're like, oh, you can play games on any device that you have. We can already do that. Like, what are you talking about? There are games on there are games on toasters and refrigerators, and like, I'm completely
the
lost.
Little dumb thing at the restaurants that your kids accidentally touch and you pay $4.99 on your bill for.
It's crazy, man. It was the question, what are they going to do now?
Yeah, what do you think will be the new focus on marketing for consumers? I just think
I joked and said that is an Xbox. It's like, get back to that. Like, get to like specifically, not everything is an Xbox. Get to that. That thing is an Xbox is where I think they're gonna go. What about you, Fee?
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny that you guys are talking about this because when I looked at like this is an Xbox, there was potential. Like that was the thing. Like especially as someone who I feel as though I am invested in cloud gaming. There was potential there. And when I first saw it, I'm like, okay, I understand that it is cheesy. I don't know if I would go like put photos of like sushi and say this is not an Xbox. Like, no, duh, it's not an Xbox. For context, there was a piece of the campaign where they would just have photos of food and other items that were obviously not Xboxes. There is definitely potential there. I agree with the fact that like if you're going to campaign that hard on games being available everywhere, it has to work well. And that's the thing. It wasn't working well. It's still technically not working well. And not gonna lie, I'm a little bit still frustrated about the fact that I can't do freaking couch co-op when it's an available option. And there's like, it says right there, there's like couch co-op and stuff like that. So I think it's one of those moments where they have to take it back to the drawing board. I agree with you, Sean. The idea of like, this is an Xbox and like really highlighting on the fact that it's just like, going back to Xbox is either the like when it comes to console, PC, make it abundantly clear, and just focus on like what works well. And then of course, as someone who has been an advocate for cloud gaming for a very long time, I want to see it I wanted to see it succeed. But if I'm not able to play, and I will say there are certain games that do work really well by all means, but I should be able to play a higher end game without having to worry about it not crashing or it not looking like I am watching the game in like 10 FPS. Like there has to be a higher standard there. They have to figure that stuff out. And if that means that they take it, like they go back to the drawing board, figure it out, and then they start marketing it more, sure. By all means. But I also agree, it's also still available. Games are available everywhere. I do understand the idea of getting games to more people and having other opportunities, whether it's on PC and other devices. Like I said, the potential was there. It's just, it flopped significantly to the point that they are shadow removing things. And of course, campaigns come and go super fast, but they put a lot of money in it. It was consistently everywhere for a year, if not more. And it like that's not cheap. That is not yes, it was a green and black font, green on like green background, black font in photos, but that's a freaking expensive campaign. So
yeah, the media placement was everywhere. And people, you cannot imagine the cost of even a single billboard in a single city, let alone
Times Square.
Everywhere, Times Square, everywhere. Yeah, the amount of money dumped into that is crazy. I'm glad you brought that up because it kind of brings into the whole, like, you know, when they close studios and when they make all these different like financial decisions and it's like, are they going to make this game or are they going to make that game? It's like, talk about the main marketing effort. Like these are hundreds of millions of dollars sometimes poured into marketing. It is crazy. And they missed. So I think Mitch, you brought it up, like, this is probably the most notable thing that can be done by a new lead of Xbox in lieu of something to take its place is just like kind of very notably just delete it. Delete us this thing without, because she still needs time to determine and to communicate and kind of go like, this is what the future of Xbox is going to be. Well, maybe instead of having that, you can just delete whatever they tried over the last couple of years. And that's probably the best bet at this stage. I went to Blue Sky. I was like, I'm just done with the talk. I don't want to hear anything. So they kind of listened, like delete whatever marketing they had going before. I'm done listening. Like I just need to be shown what's next.
At this point, it was only going to hurt them. It wasn't helping them, right? Because it's not like Xbox, like not like that campaign all of a sudden brought millions of people. So it's like, what are they going to do? Get rid of it and nothing's going to change or get worse or get better? They're just going to get rid of it. And at that point, I think that is like, because again, remember when Phil joined, when Phil got announced as CEO, he made radical changes like, cool, connects out of the box, $399 Xbox One. Like that week or that day he got announced, he made all these changes right away, right? So it's like, now it's for her, this is like you can't make hardware changes instantly like that, like in the spot where they're in now, where they already put R&D into a hardware and blah, blah, blah. So it's like, what can I do right now to like start kind of giving people some hope that I'm trying to take this ship in the right direction? And there's just like, just turn that off. Let's just get that off the site. Let's get that off all socials.
Yeah. It for me, it's not a, anyway, it's not a major pot. Like, I cannot say, oh, they deleted that marketing campaign that I didn't like, I'm back in. Like, it's just
no, but I mean, that's a simple thing that they can do that, again, they could have just left it and we all would have just been like,
yeah, because they dumped a bunch of money into it. Just keep it going.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, they could have said, just leave it, but she was like, no, kill it. And again, like, good. I think like the marketing at this point needs to be getting back to basics. I think is like getting back to, like they said, they want that core audience back. And I think like they're going to start trying to market back towards the core audience, marketing more games instead of like a service.
Please.
Yeah. Like, I bet you Gears is going to get a big marketing push. I bet you Fable's going to get a big marketing push. Like, yeah, like those would be the things you start pushing. Is Forza is going to get a giant push. Like, I think that's where you're going to start putting your marketing instead of just overall Xbox as a service or a platform. Just start putting in like, here's Forza. You need to see Forza Horizon 6. Go check that out. I think that's the thing I would say.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm so fed up with it all. I just can't wait for it. Like, I just want to be shown something. But in any case, what are the questions do we have? Oh, are your dogs barking?
No, they're cool. Apparently, they just like to bark randomly here.
What else we got over here?
Ryan Turford asks, hey friends, long time, first time. Thank you. Apologies for the late question. With Microsoft announcing this afternoon that Copilot is coming to the Xbox this year with the potential of an AI agent assisting you when you get stuck either with tips or taking over the game for you, is this a feature you could ever see yourself using if you were ever really stuck in a game? This feature reminds me of when Rewind first introduced to retro collections, and while I could see resisting wanting to engage with it, I could also see this as actually helping people finish games they normally wouldn't finish otherwise. Keep up the amazing work, friends. So The Verge put out an article, basically, this was already in the app, by the way. This has been in the app. Like, they added Copilot stuff and everything to the app. And again, Microsoft spent money on Copilot. They're going to put it in all their services. Totally understand. But Sony is also doing the same thing too, where they're going to start having like an assistant trying to help you with stuff. Will I ever use it? Probably not. But you know what I'm not against? People using it at the same time. There's people out there who need that kind of help. And especially, I think of it as an accessibility standpoint, right?
Exactly.
People just like physically not able to play the games or physically, stuck on it because of physical limitations, which Microsoft's been a huge leader in accessibility and trying to make sure that all people have access to play games. I won't ever shit on the fact that there's a thing there to help you. Will I personally use it? Probably not. But I'm never going to take away from the fact that it should be a thing that's available to help people.
I think you nailed it. I think that's a huge point. I don't know if I didn't read the Verge article. I clicked into it and it asked me to give them $5 and absolutely not. And I've forgotten the trick that lets me bypass that. There is a trick to get past that and I don't remember what it was because I saw one of those clips that said powerful websites or powerful tricks you should know. And I don't remember what that trick is. Fee, where are you at with this AI? Are you using AI to play your video games?
Honestly, as someone who does struggle with certain video games, if I can like use Copilot to say like, hey, how can I make this game less like improve the gameplay for someone who has motion sickness while playing video games, abso-freaking-lutely I am. And if there are recommendations of like adjustments, for sure. It's a great, like, I'm kind of just like, I'm at a loss for words because Mitch is like, kind of like you said, hit the nail on the head. That was going to be my talking point, is accessibility for sure. It's a huge thing that's needed, and I definitely can see some major benefits. Maybe it has some visual aids that you might be able to integrate into it. Maybe there's the ability of like finding some sort of other option for people who might be colorblind, or maybe some other recommendations saying like, hey, even people who aren't even familiar with like the settings and stuff like that, saying like, hey, I need to be able to change this. What can I do? And having that Copilot right there to be able to say, hey, this is the settings that you can change if you run into blue-green color blindness, or if you have issues with seeing specific like a pin hair or something like that when it comes to shooters, making recommendations on like what have other people done to the this game to make it easier for them. So yeah, 100%. That would have been my talking point, and it still is, because I see a merit and a benefit for it, and would 100% be accessibility.
I think there's more to this than people on the surface are giving it credit. I think there's a lot of flippant sort of attitudes to it, like, oh, who cares about this? I think you guys are both bang on this. I just talked about trying to learn Marathon. And right now, the way I've been lucky because Babbitt showed up and was able to walk me through some stuff, and Jason Jonah as well. But like, if I didn't, imagine just being able to like ask questions that I was asking real people, like being able to ask an AI, like, how might I get into this? I'm new to this genre. Like, how do I get into this? And having them or it or whatever help me out, I think would be really good. In addition to, the accessibility options that you guys bring up. Like, I think there's something here. I do struggle with the idea of like the game, like of the AI playing it for me. I'm not sure. I struggle with that a little bit. I don't know that I've ever been like quite so stuck on a game that I'm like, oh, I wish somebody could play this for me. It'd be like my big brother coming in and doing it for. I don't think I want that. But you know, the closest maybe parallel to that is dropping it down to easy mode, you know, which a lot of people have come to really accept. It's widely accepted by a lot of people. You know, who cares? Baby ass baby mode, just put it on there, and maybe this is like just the next step from that.
Well, like one of the games that just instantly came into mind, Sean, is Blueprints. Imagine having Copilot and be like, hey, I'm stuck on this math equation. I don't know what I should be doing for this particular quest or this particular, like, this is what I currently see on my screen.
Yeah.
What can I do? Or like asking it questions. I don't, like, I agree with you. I don't know if I feel comfortable with it taking over the game if I'm like struggling with a fight or something like that. But being able to like ask it questions to get like an understanding of what we could do moving forward. Or another thing that they already have implemented on the PC version is, what should I play next? Being able to say, hey,
nice
I'm currently playing Halo. What should I play next? Or like, I like this particular studio, etc. So I think for myself, the major thing would be the accessibility, though.
The AI needs to be trained by the call team in the 1980s and 1990s from Nintendo, when you would call that 1-900 number for Nintendo, like the gamer tips. You guys remember that? You would call in and ask them, like, how do I play like this? There's a version of this, but it was with real people. You'd call in to Nintendo and you'd say, like, how do I beat this part? How do I find the warp whistle? How do I... Yeah, this was a thing, and you would pay money for it.
1,000 years old.
I didn't know this existed.
Yeah,
this was
I feel
a thing.
1,000 years old. Yeah, so basically, there were super nerds that were at Nintendo that had binders in front of them with like screenshots and how to get through games. And you would call them and go, homie, I am stuck on Mario level 2-4. How the hell do you get past this? Yeah. And they'd pull out a binder as slow as they could because they charge you by the minute. And then they would tell you how to do that. So like I definitely, that was a thing. You know what's crazy? I actually said I wouldn't use AI. I lied. Do you know why I say that? Because as I'm playing Arc Raiders, I'm upgrading things and I go, where the hell are rusted gears? And I pull up Google right here and I search it. If I could just say, by the way, I want to change Copilot to Big Brother because that's a fantastic analogy. It's like hand the controller to Big Brother so they could do it for you. I wouldn't do that, but I'd be like, hey, yo, Big Brother, where the hell do I find rusted gears in Arc Raiders? Well, and it just shows me on the map here. I'd be like, thank you so much. That's all I need to know. I'll do it myself. I don't think I would ever let it play for me. I personally,
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
I'm Googling things for Arc Raiders every
100%.
time I play this game. So yeah, actually, I would use it.
I need to complete the Nintendo comparison. People who were there, Fee. The thing is, we're simplifying this. I just want to be clear. You could call in, but they're not going to give you just straight up the answer. I mean, we have to remember it was at 1-900. You're paying by the minute, like $5 a minute or whatever it was. Yeah. And so they wouldn't just like give you the answer. Like they would kind of like coach you along a little bit. Like what might happen if you were to think about it in this way. And I kind of would want that from an AI. I don't want just the answer. Like kind of coax me along a little bit. Like what am I missing? Maybe if I thought about it in this way, would be interesting. The other thing would be like, again, like not just where is this item? What do I have to do? But like, we talk about like min-maxing a lot of the times with all these different things. Like give me a good strategy. How might I, like, if I'm trying to achieve this outcome, like how to describe these systems to me in a way that I can kind of get to my objective. I think that would be really That's neat. That's exciting to me. But the straight to the answer, do the thing for me, no. But I actually think there's a lot of ways that this could enrich gaming for a lot of people who might not have people to ask or otherwise. I think it would be good. I think there's maybe some good here. So who knows?
Yeah, I agree with Kay. Sean just described teaching, just leading people along to the answer.
There you go. What's wrong with that?
There's no issue with it. I think Kay just saw my face change a little bit because I have to do this on a regular basis. I'm like, I can't give you the answer, but I can tell you where to, like, have you tried checking this out?
That's what Nintendo did.
Have
That's
you done
exactly
that?
what they did.
Oh my God, that's such
But also, they had a financial reason to do it for you because they definitely wanted you on the phone as long as humanly possible.
Yeah,
but also,
they walked a line.
I'm going to keep it a stack. I don't want you to tell me how I think I should find rusted gears. Just show me the damn spot on the map where I can go get it. Cool.
There you go. I mean,
like,
yeah,
that's how I just for arc raiders, I'm cool with that. But like, for example, like Elden Ring, how many bosses? Like, do you have to figure it out? But like some of those things I would want to figure out. But like those monotonous, dumb things. Oh yeah, just show me where to go. I'll just do this.
It'll be the end of all the YouTube videos. The first 5 things I wish I knew when I started marathon, whatever. It's just like the AI
Right.
can just tell you.
Yeah, exactly. So, thank you for that
Skyward
question,
King in
Ryan.
the chat says, "I didn't know they had to pay for it. I wonder if my mom got charged." Yeah, Skyward King. Yeah,
she did.
Your mom got charged.
I'm surprised you didn't catch a "what the hell is this on my phone bill"
No
charge
kidding.
conversation.
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
no. Some people caught that conversation, and it was really bad for them.
I'm surprised that I landed here because I probably was on the more flippant side when I first saw this. Like, oh God, and I also have a bias. I just when I hear the word Copilot, I just kind of shudder a little bit. So, just like I did with Cortana.
You know what it is?
Remember
It's the
when
same thing when
Cortana
people
was
are
it?
like, "Yeah, of course." Just the wording, because if you said Chat GPT, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, sure."
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they're the same, by the way. For all you AI snobs, I am not saying they're the same. Don't come at me. I'm just saying.
And there's our next 1-star review.
Yeah. Son of a bitch just said that Copilot was good. He didn't even say that. All right. Anyways, on to the topic, which thumbnails for, which, by the way, great thumbnail fee. Appreciate
Great
you,
thumbnail.
as always. Jan32. Simple question. Steam Machine or Helix, and why? Sean, what do you think? We'll go with you first.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I'll take C, none of the above. Right now, I'm not sold on any of it. I have a PC. I play at my computer. I don't think I need a PC connected to my TV. And if that's what the Helix is meant to be also, like, I'm not so sure. Like, there's a lot. I just need to, I'll use this opportunity to say another one of my grievances, the airing of grievances. Where are we getting off, like, people putting out videos going like the Project Helix is going to cost anywhere between $900 and $1,200. We don't know a damn thing about this. We know so little about this, and we may have to make a decision just here on the Xbox Drive. Not now. We may have to talk behind the scenes on like how we're handling Project Helix, because developers aren't getting this thing until 2027 at some point, and I'm already exhausted from hearing about this. And maybe it's because I've been in Nintendo land podcasting about Nintendo for a lot of years. When the Switch was released, it was like a year in. It's like, where's the Switch Pro? Where are we going to get our 4K Switch? Blah, 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 blah. And then we got the OLED. And it's exhausting. So I think we know very little about Project Helix. So that's why I'm not really jumping in on that. And as far as the Steam Machine, I also think there's a couple more question marks that I have, including price. But I don't know. I feel like depends on maybe if in time my affinity to Steam gets any larger or whatever. Like if all of a sudden I'm just like, I'm buying everything on Steam sales, I'm not sure. But at this point, I have a little apathy, to be honest with you, Mitch.
For me, I mean, again, in my eyes, I'm in the same boat with you where personally, I don't need either one, right?
Yeah,
I have a pretty solid PC. Now, I think for example, I'll throw it out there. My buddy Bryant, he doesn't have a gaming PC. He has an Xbox, he has a PS5, he has a Switch 2. He doesn't have a PC at all. He misses out on a lot of games, right? When we were playing Peak, we were playing Lockdown. Like, he's like, this sucks. I would love to play these games with you guys, but I can't. And he heard all the Project Helix stuff, and that kind of perked his ears up. He's like, oh, okay. I think in this regard, I mean, us personally, we're all PC. We all have PCs that are competent at playing games, and like we're fine there. I think this machine, Steam Machine or Helix, it reminds me of like and I know it's not the same comparison, but like Series S, Series X conversation. It's like, here's a machine. We're targeting this kind of specs. It'll play these games. Cool. Here's this more powerful machine. It will cost money. It will run things faster and prettier. Which one do you want? Now, the biggest difference being coming from the Xbox ecosystem, you should go Helix because everything will be back compat. That was a big thing they talked about at GDC, how they're making everything back compat. And to the point where, let's just say this, a lot of that conversation at GDC had a lot of people who don't care about Xbox really excited to talk about Xbox from a development standpoint, right? They're talking about back compat full, like I did not even know this. There is a website, an official Microsoft website you can go to vote on what games you want to make back compat. Does anybody else know that? I didn't until this week. And all of a sudden people were on there voting like crazy for like Sonic Heroes and Simpsons Hit and Run and also, by the way, they're voting for a lot of IP that Xbox owns, by the way.
There you go.
Transformers, Spider-Man, old Spider-Man games, things like that, which I get they don't own the Spider-Man license, but they own Activision, who made those Spider-Man games. I digress. But there's a huge emphasis now on them talking about back compat. And I think that is going to be a very big factor when it comes to Steam Machine or Helix. If you're coming from the Xbox ecosystem, you don't have to rebuy all those 360 games digitally. You don't have to buy those Xbox One games digitally on Steam. You can buy Helix. It'll play all of the above. Oh, yeah. And all your Steam games, too.
Yeah.
So I think that's your big question. Again, this group of people do not need it. But there is going to be a group of people that eventually are going to want to get into PC gaming who are going to decide which one they want to go with.
Back compat would
price
be
is going
a
to be a
major
big thing
thing
too.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, and I'm glad to hear it sort of like come back into the forefront. I will say this, having gone through this maybe once or once and a half times before on back compat, and kind of seeing it land okay, like it didn't move the needle. This would be great to have whatever the final form of backwards compatibility on Xbox is going to be. You've got to pair it up with great current games also. Like this does not make up for the fact of not having any other very specific reason to get Project Helix. And I don't mean to beat a dead horse. You guys have heard me say it before. Like, you need exclusives. Like, you need a specific reason to get it. And I hate that this is real. Backwards compatibility is not the solo answer. It's a supporting bullet point on the list, but it's not the number one thing. It can never be. And if they try to hold up the entire platform of Xbox on back compat, you're a couple generations too late at this point. Like 360 was a long time ago, man. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it, Fee. But like, it's good, and I don't want to squash the news on this, but like, you need still more, unfortunately.
And I agree what Skyward King said in the chat. I own a Steam Deck. I have had no issues with it, quite honestly. I've owned it since 2022. Mind you, I do use my gaming PC more than I use my Steam Deck. But a lot of the time when I use my Steam Deck, it's when I've hooked it up to my TV. I honestly, like, the overall quality has been fantastic. And just, like, the quality of games, even though, like, I typically play like not AAA games on it. When I have played very intensively graphic games, it's run really freaking well. And honestly, it's too soon to say between the two for me.
100%.
And there's like, I could right now say Helix. Why? Because I already own a Steam Deck. Sure, I don't currently own a console other than that, and I guess the original Switch. But no, I want to know more before I fully get invested. Am I interested? By all means, but they really need to do more for me to get excited about paying. And like you said, we don't know the price point.
I know.
People are just throwing like, oh, it's $5,000. It's $1,500. It's going to cost more than a gaming PC. And it's just like, okay, what are the specs? Why is it going to be more expensive? What are they going to be putting into that particular console for that particular price point? So I need to know more. Will I say that right now, because of the amount that I have library-wise and how much I do overall, I might lean more towards the Steam Machine, because I am curious about also the oh my goodness, the VR system with it. Who knows? But honestly, and I know some people might hear this and they're like, well, you guys made the entire episode Steam Machine versus or Helix. Sure. It's definitely a good question. But I don't want people to think that we're just like, I guess, I don't know. I can't even find the words right now. I would probably, I can't decide. That's the biggest thing overall.
One thing for me, like, for example, let's just say when Xbox One and PS4 came out, obviously so many people I played with, Buzz, all those people were on 360, right?
Sure.
And I was just like, in my head, it was a simple choice of just going to Xbox One because my friends moved over and my achievements moved over and everything just moved over, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't care about any of those things. They all went PS4. And I didn't play with Buzz in them for like years because games weren't crossplay, right? Mm-hmm. That kind of like keeping that library and just moving on to the next step to some people is a bigger deal. And I mean, that could be a nice feature to have because, again, all their friends, if they have friends on Xbox, if they're used to the Xbox controller, if they're used to all these things, that familiarity could keep them in Helix. The one thing that Yarden says, though, and this is the bigger question, is Achilles' heel for Helix success is that all Xbox games come to Steam day one. What if they didn't? What if they literally said, yeah, our games are on PC through the Xbox app and not through Steam anymore, and make that barrier of entry of getting it on a Steam machine not as easy to do. Now, granted, on a Steam Deck, you can side load windows and you can do all that stuff, but also the Steam machine is optimized to be made to run Steam OS, right? Not Windows, not all these other things, right? You're asking people to do extra things. If they actually did truly take things back exclusive on PC and made them on the Xbox app only and made you get this Helix to play those great games that Sean wants, you're not going to play them as easily on a Steam machine. It's doable, but they're not as easily available. You could do that because technically everybody who owns a PC could still play them. They'll just play them through the Xbox launcher. You know what I mean? Like us, we'll still be able to play those games on PC just fine. But if you're actually going to stop it from being on Steam, that's a bigger difference because now you're making the barrier of entry for people that would choose which one to go with harder. It's like, oh, I want to play Fable. Fable's not going to be instantly available on Steam machines, but it will be available on Helix. And you don't have to do any weird side load, blah, 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 that some people don't have a clue how to do, right? It's that barrier of entry of making it easier for them to access the games they want. Same thing here. Tim Dog seems to think exclusives are coming back. I'm going to say I'm with Sean where I actually think they need to get people to force them to buy the machine. And like the CEO of Xbox, there was a tweet that somebody put out that she actually responded to. And this guy said exactly what Sean says, that they had a picture of only on Xbox, what used to be on the top of those Xbox exclusive games. And he goes, this needs to come back. This needs to be, you need to make games that make people see this logo and make them want your console. And she said, heard you. Like she responded to that person saying, heard you.
She said, heard.
I mean, heard. Yeah, basically she's like, Chef, heard.
Heard. Yep.
So I think that, like I said, it could be a situation where they go full, like, we gave you a taste. I hope you guys enjoyed Forza on PlayStation for the last time because you're going to be buying an Xbox next time you want to play it. I hope you liked all those games that were on Steam and on everything else. Nope, you got to come to the Xbox app now to do it.
I know Pokemon is an extreme example to pull at a time like this, but it sure is selling Nintendo Switches. That Pokemon Pokepia, that exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, not available on Nintendo Switch 1. It's not even available. Like, it's not even like back compatible. You can't even go backwards. No. Like, it's just Nintendo Switch 2. It's a way to get people to jump into the new
generation. I was shocked by that. When I saw it, I was like, wait, they really just went Switch 2. But then when my daughter played the Switch 2 version of Pokemon Za, she's like, oh no, that's a good idea. Like, she's like, Za on a Switch 2 is the way that game was made and should have been played. Not on a Switch 1 hardware, but you're right. Yeah. Like,
you only have to do the Titanfall on 360 for a little while. You remember Titanfall on 360? Was that Blue Point who did that actually?
It was.
Crazy.
It was Blue Point.
Yeah. So yeah, you need, I mean, like, again, nobody wants that. We want to play all things on all things. But it just doesn't really work out.
But also,
in the long
too,
run,
I will say this, and I mean, again, for the most part, and one thing they were talking about is like some people are thinking now the console won't come out until hella late because they said people are going to get development kits in like early 2027. If I have to keep it a stack, it could come out in 2027 still. It easily could, because if they're just scaling it like PC games do, it could easily still launch that day if they wanted to. They're just prepping for a certain spec.
Don't rush it. Nobody is screaming for any more hardware. I don't think anybody's like, oh, give us the next whatever. So take your time. Let it launch with... Nintendo Switch did it. 2017, Xbox, when you're flailing, go look at what Nintendo did in 2017. Like, you just give up on the Wii U, which they did for a long time, and then it was like every single month was banger after banger after banger. And I'll say, like, Xbox is in desperate need for a year like that, like what Nintendo did. It's like everybody needs this machine, not only because it's a great piece of kit and great hardware, right price, right games. Breath of the Wild, you had a Splatoon game in there, you had a Mario game in there, you had a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in there, like, unbelievable. And that might sound extreme. Xbox needs that. You cannot launch a new piece of hardware and have like, well, your old stuff is going to play better.
No,
That's
you're
what
right.
the Series X was.
Yeah.
That's the current generation we're in. The best argument
Halo was
anybody
supposed
could
to
have.
launch with it, and then it didn't.
That's what I mean. Like, the best thing was like, oh, Gears 5 looks amazing on it, which was true. Hivebusters was very cool. You had like the Falconeer playing at 120 frames per second, and those were kind of neat. But like, I challenge anybody to go, what were those must-have? And PS5, I think no, I lie. PS5 had a great launch lineup. Demon's Souls was like, it was unbelievable. I think
was the
PS5 had
game,
a great launch lineup. We've been here for 30 years. We've been launching consoles for a long time. So don't rush it. Don't just do it just to try to beat PlayStation to the mix. Personally, it really depends on how well my current gaming PC holds up. Because I've been in this situation in the past. Oftentimes, I'll like dump a bunch of money into my gaming PC, and that will hold me over for a little while. And then a new console will be the next greatest thing, and that will be the most sort of like financially savvy move for me to make. And it's very possible that when Project Helix comes out, that might be a better move for me than dumping more money into my current gaming PC. So I could see myself kind of going back and forth on that front.
What's funny is like, I thought about Helix, and originally I was like, no, I'm good. I have a really good gaming PC. But you're right. Like, in a year from now when this comes out, because for example, I always worry about my computer because of how much I do streaming on it, right? I'm recording it. My PC's already under crazy load just doing streaming and all the dumb things I do on stream. And I always thought about a 2 PC setup. What if I didn't do a 2 PC setup and I just bought Helix and that was my second PC,
100%.
right?
There
and this thing could just be my powerhouse for streaming. And I'm like, if for hypothetically $1,000, that thing is a really solid piece of machine for really good performance, and I can play games just like I am now, but I don't have to worry about my computer freaking out as hard, I might just say, yeah, cool, I'll buy it. Yeah. But again, like, I just think you're right though. Like, have a solid, insane game that's only for that machine too, right? Again, don't go back. Just go, no, this is it. The crazy thing is, like, PlayStation, I feel like that game, like Demon's Souls, was the only game that was PS5 exclusive, by the way. Miles came out and it was on PS4 as well. Yeah. And like, all these games for like years were still coming out on both. Horizon Zero or Forbidden West came out on both. Ragnarok came out on both. And it's just like, eventually you have to cut the cord, and like, Nintendo is doing a solid job, but also I want to be clear, Nintendo's Switch was already the lower of the three platforms performance wise. So I mean, them cutting the cord makes a lot more sense faster. For them to be like, no, for the vision of the games that we want to do, we actually need to have this better performance. We can't rely on the old stuff. But
the math is the same for both of them. Switch 1 and PS4 both sold crazy well. Like, they both have the incentive to not abandon that group. And I think that language, I think, is a little harsh, and I don't think it serves it. Oh, they're abandoning them. It's like, this is just how it works, you guys. Like, you move on to the next gen.
I don't know if anybody remembers, us old people do. Remember when Super Mario World came out on Super Nintendo and there was not a Nintendo version?
I know, that's what I mean.
Everybody remember that? They were like, oh, you want to play the new one? Tough shit. Go buy a new console.
Can you imagine?
Who cares? Like, Mario 64 didn't run on Super Nintendo. Sorry, dude. Go buy the new console. Deal with it. And like I said, it'd be crazy, but also, what a stance would they be if they said, here's our crazy new hardware. Here's a crazy game you never thought could ever exist, and you're only going to play it on this, and you'll buy it and you'll shut up. Yeah. I mean, it takes a company like Nintendo's doing it now. They're like, you want Pokepia? Solid. Go buy a system. They've not wavered on Sucks this, to man. Suck. Yeah, they haven't. Let's see Xbox do it. That'd be wonderful.
Very cool. Anything else for you, Fee, on that?
I cannot honestly think of anything, Sean.
Okay, oh, that's okay. All right, Mitch, did we do the damn thing?
I think so. Oh, one thing I wanted to bring up just real fast that brought my like crazy thought. The whole back compat thing. There was like a thing that they were talking about. You're going to be playing old games in a new way. Like people are thinking. Rumor is OG official emulation for original Xbox and 360 going to PC.
Oh, interesting. Like not like some hacker made it up.
No,
It's
like Microsoft in Xbox mode making your Xbox or your PC play your digital Xbox and 360 games.
What?
And I'm like, do that, please. Again, we don't want to look back to the old games, but again, that nostalgia will kick back in all of a sudden if they decide like, oh, hey, by the way, all those old Call of Duties, if you bought them on 360, you can go play them again now if you want for free. Have fun.
Yeah,
Nostalgia sells.
Please,
Yeah.
and I do want them to flex that muscle a little bit. Like the whole we haven't talked about this in a long time. Like the free master idea, when back compatibility was a thing and everybody was talking about it. Like the Xbox just automatically like up-resed it. Like what? Like it was a better resolution and frame rate. That is crazy. Not just that it was available to play, it looked way better.
Gears 3 looks so good when they did that.
That's unreal. But again, like that should be enough to catch people's attention, but it's on a platform that like people weren't really caring too much about. It's not enough on its own, but like you pair that with some really great exclusives, then like now you're starting to get somewhere. But
yeah. And like that was actually one of the GDC conversations that they had was them kind of developing software through AI that actually does all this upscaling and all this stuff without developers doing anything to their old games. Like just let us use our technology to make your old games look awesome and run better.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they were doing already with that back compat, like free master thing, like you're talking about. They just kind of developed technology to make it work. But like, this is on a more open platform to where they're like, anybody can do this if you guys want to. Like they announced a lot of cool stuff at GDC that I'm just like, and again, if you start pairing it with, hey, you develop on Xbox, we'll give you some bonuses here and there with these free things we offer. Cause that was the other thing they mentioned too. All these things that they're offering to people who develop on Xbox. They're like, oh, if you make your game on Xbox, we can make it to where you can take your PC game and compile it to Xbox in 30 minutes.
Yep.
What are you talking about? Like that's just gonna get more people on the platform. So all those good games, they want to just get on Xbox. So that'll help sell your console.
Yeah, where's Suika game on Xbox? Come on now. Just right click save as. Get it onto Xbox.
It sounds crazy, but that's how they made it almost sound. They were like, you can compile a game in 30 minutes if it's on PC and we'll make it work on Xbox. And I'm just like, you made it sound like it's an export. Like
honestly,
right click, export Xbox game, done. Like, okay.
And that's kind of what Nintendo had to do as well. Like making games for the Wii U, kind of a pain in the butt. And they really needed to make it easy to put games on the Switch. So yeah, I mean, it's the same. This has been done before, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they're doing, but only good conversations this week, which is good. There wasn't no terrible things from Xbox news. It was all like them saying the right things, but again, it's a matter of putting it in action.
That's just it. Like this is all talk at this point. So we will see, but we'll continue to play the games and we'll continue to talk about them. Fee, is that the end of the show? Did we do the dang thing?
We did the dang thing.
That is all. Thank you everybody so much for listening to this here episode number 423 of the Xbox Drive. We continue to miss Bowser. Before I thank everybody who supports us at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Mitch, tell us about that .com you got of yours.
I have a .com, MitchPower1116.com. A couple different things. One, I am putting all of my Ghosts of Yotei playthroughs on YouTube. If you guys have not checked out any Ghosts of Yotei at all, you can go to youtube.com/MitchPower1116 and check out the game from start so far. I'm adding new chapters as I play the game. And of course, if you want to check out any of the new Call of Duty stuff, you can check out the Twitch stream this weekend, twitch.tv/MitchPower1116.
Maybe I will. I'll do my best.
Thank you. I try.
Fee,
Thank you.
tell us all the things. Where are you playing games?
Yeah, great question. Well, you can find me over on Discord because sometimes I hop in there and hang out with people and play Ark, like after this podcast. You can also find me over on twitch.tv/Serenix, where I recently played TR49 with my friend Kay, and some other games too. I plan on streaming a little bit on Sunday. We'll be playing some Tiny Bookshop because your girl needs to finish these 3 games so I can finally play in quarantine because it is sitting installed on my computer and it's been staring me in the face. So come over and check me out over there.
Very nice. As for me, you can find me on Blue Sky. Sean Capri, Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants. We are back, baby. For anybody who missed it, we're back. Also, many mornings, we'll see what we're doing next week. Twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live is where I stream. And I think I'm probably skipping another week of the Nintendo Drive. We'll see, but back normally on the Nintendo Drive right here at Carpool Gaming. We got a carpoolgaming.com. And you can also go to patreon.com/Carpool Gaming, just like so many other people do. And I will say thank you to all of our ultimate producers. Thank you so much to Jonathan Brown. Go to linktra.ee/pme.jib. Listen to PME on Apple Music and Spotify. Do it, you fool. You'll thank me later. Thank you so much, Jonathan Brown. Thank you to the origin of the Soft J, Jonas Young. Thank you so much to Jonas Young. And to Tony Baker, thank you all so much to our ultimate producers. Platinum producers, thank you to non-smokin_yo, the captain, and Brian Reese. And to our gold members, Adam K, Awesome Dave 1337, Benny, Brad Moore, Cecily Carrozza, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emily O'Kelly, Jan 32, Laura, Liger Woods 330, Mr. Giggles, Patrice Mallette, Peje EP, Stephen Keller, and my 5K bro, TechMike. You are all amazing. We could not do it without you. Without you, this all simply just disappears. Just like that campaign that Xbox had about that being an Xbox, and this all goes away. Without patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Go to patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Find the tier that's right for you. We'll see you there. For Mitch, for Fee, for Bowser, we miss you. I'm Sean Capri. This is the end of the Xbox Drive. Say goodbye to the people. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Xbox Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget that we've got some awesome Xbox Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com, and you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming for exclusive content. Links to everything are in the description. We'll see you next week.